How's it going, everyone? Welcome back. It has been a bit of a tough day, to say the very least, for the Cincinnati Bengals secondary here. A couple of days before free agency officially starts tampering, a lot of teams allowed to sign players, and we're seeing both Vonn Bell and Jessie Bates exiting the Cincinnati Bengals. Jessie Bates venturing his way to the Falcons for about $16 million a year. So say what you will about that contract. Makes him the fourth highest paid safety ever historically here, 16 million, 64 million over the course of 4 years. And then there's Vonn Bell, whose contract is going to be an interesting one because we're still waiting. It's been a couple hours, close to a couple hours since Vonn Bell has been signed by the Carolina Panthers. And it makes you wonder. We'll have to see what the contract is because it makes you wonder. It's like they was giving this guy, 6 to 8 million a year. Then you say, well, maybe the Bengals just wanted to move on from this guy, but maybe they paid him they gave him a high-end deal here. It's a Carolina Panthers, not a good football team, not right now. They might be in the future. I hate to say that they're quarterbackless right now. They could be. We don't want to jump to conclusions. They were in contention there with that weak division, but for Bates or Bell to go there, it feels like, man, it's like he wanted to be in Cincinnati. I think he enjoyed it in Cincinnati. It's a great place. That was a plus. He wanted to be, he always came up to a leader that was more worried about winning than the money. It's like, well, you're going to have a better chance to win in Cincinnati than you are at Carolina. And it's got me scratching my head. A little bit shocked at the same time why he chose Carolina here. We'll see what the contract is. Could have been, most likely was a money thing. Maybe the Bengals wanted to move on from. It's tough, though. All these players the Bengals had entering free agency this offseason, I thought Vonn Bell was the one guy that said he's going to be the lock that actually stays in Cincinnati. Instead, the Bengals find themselves short both of their starting safeties entering the 2023 season, and that could be quite the issue here, to say the very least. I mean, you don't notice it during the season when they're doing their job, but Vonn Bell and Jessie Bates might not be a Minka Fitzpatrick, but they were doing a good job, and a very good job, at just playing their position and keeping plays in front of them. You didn't see a lot of big plays allowed by this Cincinnati Bengals secondary, and that's the one thing I think you really worry about if it's going to be the Tycen Anderson and Dax Hill show moving forward. First of all, is Anderson going to be able to stay healthy? He missed all that time with the hamstrings. He's going to be all right. Dax Hill I feel really good about. Tycen Anderson's got that speed where it's like, okay, that's a good guy to have over the top. He's not going to get burnt because of that speed. You got that hope for that secondary moving forward, but it's still a young unit, and these young guys are going to make mistakes. Is it going to be a year's worth of mistakes? Is it going to be 6 games worth of mistakes? And that's what you have to question to the Bengals. And that's where you say, hey, it'd be really nice to keep a guy like Vonn Bell and you play him alongside one of these youngsters. That way you have that safety net, that veteran presence, that leader back there that these guys can learn and grow from. Now, they did have a year, granted, to sit there on the sidelines or play in later in the season like Dax Hill to watch these two, watch a guy like Vonn Bell play, to see the way they take care of themselves, and hopefully they can implement that. Like almost like a starting quarterback sitting on the bench for you. We have that to hope for and see what these guys can turn that into going into the 2023 season. But it is worrisome. I think they're more than capable players, but you're a Cincinnati Bengals team that wants to win a Super Bowl right now, and you don't want to take that chance if you don't have to. I think you've seen other teams do it. Was it the Chiefs? Chiefs did it this year? Wasn't that young secondary that worked out for? I think that's where Bengals say if other teams are doing that, we can run that script too, and that might be the direction they're going here. We'll see how it turns out. I'd still like to see if they could pull off another Vonn Bell type contract here, where they get maybe a run-stopping safety or just a good veteran leader back there for that what was it, Vonn Bell, $7 million, $6 million he got that first time? If they can get a contract like that on his safety, that'd be great. Bring him in there, bring a little bit of stability back there just in case, because injuries happen. You look right now, the Bengals, their third guy up's Michael Thomas. Nothing against Michael Thomas. That's all they got right now. You got to think they're going to bring some sort of depth in there just in case. After we see what happened with Cheeto at CB last season, you don't really know what's going on there. Get some stability in there, see what they can do. Still looking forward to it, though. This Bengals team that a lot of time left in free agency to make some moves. We'll see what they do. As always, thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time.